Driver! Open the car door! Let me see your hands! Step on out!
In addition, we have warrants and are actively searching for 2 other individuals in this case. Detectives used footage from the scene, license plate readers, and phone logs to identify 2 vehicles and link them back to the suspect.
So Young and Ace has long been known in Jacksonville. We are consistently monitoring those groups.
Why this nigga look like Young and Ace, man?
Sheldon, little bootleg ass studio.
I was down on my looking to hit me a lick, ready to get into some since I was a jit. I had big dreams of getting rich. Now we leveling up in this. Take a look at my kicks. You know we stepping on toughest nigga. First one to get hit don't make me send a blitz. My head is itching for it. Hollow to spit like a list, but wait. Whoa.
Whoa, now it's the motherfucking Kate and Deal. Welcome back to Sheldon's bootleg ass studio where we come to kick it, vibe out, and shoot this shit with Sheldon. I really do appreciate each and every last one of y'all for pulling up. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's go ahead and get up into this video of today. All right, so as y'all may know, rapper Julio Foolio has lost his life to gun violence. And as of today, we have 3 suspects in custody. We have the body count footage of the arrest, and we also have the press conference. So stick by, I'm gonna play each of those videos. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Trigger warning, this is a reaction video / commentary. So I'm gonna be stopping this video, pausing it, giving my opinions at any given point of time on this video. So if you are one of those people who don't want to hear me talking over this video or commentating or whatever have you, please exit off my video and search for this information yourself, because this is not exclusive to my channel. But for those who here to shoot the shit, vibe out, and kick it with me, I really do appreciate you. Let's not waste no more time. Let's go and get up into this video right now.
If you ain't fucking with my nigga Sheldon, nigga, fuck you. Yeah.
Driver! Open the car door! Let me see your hands! Step on out! Step on out! Look away! Back up to the sound of my voice. Yep. Stop right there. Lift your shirt up. Turn. Do a 360.
What?
Just listen to us. We'll talk about it. Keep going. Keep going. Turn. Turn. Now walk back to the sound of my voice. Come on. Keep coming. 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 Walk back to me.
Can't find your back.
On the Anytime Fitness, it was at 4:13 is when that thing was.
Isaiah 10, this is the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. We are in your front driveway. We have a warrant for your arrest. Come to your front door with nothing in your hands. We are not going away.
We're heading your way to a...
They're out there with nothing over their head, gonna be sick as a damn dog. Nothing over their head. And they got all this tactical gear and all this. They supposed to be, you know, ready for war, any given situation. Why don't they have any type of protective gear over their heads? And it's raining at that. You see what I'm saying? I just made an observation. And I thought I would point that out. You know what I'm saying? I guess it makes more of a dramatic look for them. You know what I'm saying? No.
Hands
Come
up!
on out with your hands up.
You're gonna come on out.
Cause nigga like me, I don't give a damn. If I was on the forest, I'm putting something over my head. Yeah.
Hands up.
Come
Put
on
your
out
hands
with your
up.
hands up. We're the city officer.
Can't tell.
The target? Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah. Yep.
At least he got a hat
Put your
on.
hands up!
Listen, put your
Put your hands in the air. Hands up!
Hands in the air. Hands in the air.
Hands in the air, man.
All right. Slowly walk toward me. Let's go.
Niggas in a mansion?
Right here. Right here. Walk right here. Let's go. Yeah.
Walk this way. Listen to the instructions.
Yep. Hey, keep your hands up and walk out towards me.
That nigga look like he built up like Julio Foolio right there, and he's just walking out casual like he don't give a damn about Nathan.
Over here.
He guilty.
Over here. You're gonna get hit with the less lethal. Get your hands up and walk towards
He don't
me.
understand commands, do he?
Hands up and walk toward me. Hands up and walk toward me. Keep coming. Keep coming.
He got his hands up down here. That's not hands up. You can easily say, grab something, quick draw McGraw on their ass. You know what I'm saying? The where your hands is at. If your hands is way up here, it'll take a whole lot longer for you to reach down on your waistline or wherever your, you know what I'm saying, your pistol may be. You feel me? But if your hands is down here, you can get to that bad boy quick. Police, man, I ain't gonna say what they should have did because he ain't following commands. He making it easy for their ass. What is this?
Keep coming.
I ain't never seen no suspect do that.
Stop. Stop. Turn around. Keep your hands
This nigga don't know commands, bro. He don't follow at all. I'm surprised he ain't got lit up by now. Cause he's being very defiant. This nigga right here.
Turn around.
He's slowly turning.
Hands up. Hands up. Don't reach for your waist. Do not reach for your waist. Look at me. Back up to me. Back up. Back up. Back up.
Who got
Back
this
up.
camera?
All right, go to your knees.
Who they got the good camera.
Put your hands behind your back. Stay there. Stay there. Don't move.
He's down. It's over, buddy.
Isaiah. Isaiah. Stand up. Isaiah Chance, right?
Both suspects in custody and Andrew's there now.
They searching this shit. Going through the hood and everything. It's the first location I see. Okay. We got a woman in custody too. She a part of the scheme.
Now turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
She just knows some info. She got the information. That's what it is. She the one that's gonna be loose lips for shit show. I'm sure it's gonna be another one of them dudes gonna be loose lips, but she gonna be loose lips for sure.
Is there anybody else inside?
She set the play up. She got the drop. It's over with. Days down. That fucked up. Why? I mean, damn, why we gotta do crazy things like this to put us in situations like this, man? I don't know. It's easy for me to say that, I guess, because I'm not in that lifestyle and I don't know what's going on entirely. But I do know that Julio Foolio was taunting some of his dead ops or whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? Some people that he wasn't too cool with. You know what I'm saying? That was dead and he talked about it. And so this could fuel fire for somebody else that loved that person or whatever. And did he have his hands in the lives being taken of some of those ops? You see what I'm saying? So retaliation, we can sit here all day and say this street shit is out of control, it's crazy. But the same thing goes on in politics, in government, in countries. You know what I'm saying? We got people, countries fighting against countries. You know what I'm saying? George Bush retaliated for what they did to his father, and he used the country to do so. It's a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, that we can sit here and point the finger and say and wave our finger at. But at the end of the day, it is kind of it's silly. It don't have to happen, or does it? On a rainy day, huh? Man, that's rather symbolic. Got on them cold, wet clothes, going into that cold, wet jail. Well, cold jail. It may be wet too, because when I was just in the holding tank, it would piss all on the floors and shit like that. Yeah, so it may be wet too. Yeah. Damn. That's what's going on. Who y'all think gonna get to talking first? I think it's gonna be the lady, but who knows? Anyway, let's get into this press conference and see what's going down. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Yeah.
A little more than a month ago, a group of individuals with the goal of premeditated murder traveled from Jacksonville to Tampa to commit a heinous crime in our city. I said at that time that we would make arrests and get justice in this case for all the victims, including the mother of Charles Jones, who traveled from Jacksonville this morning to be present for this announcement. Today, I stand before Tampa Police Major Pat Messmer, Jacksonville Sheriff T.K. Waters, and Hillsborough State Attorney Susie Lopez to announce the arrest of 3 people in the deadly shooting of Charles Jones, also known by his stage name of Julio Foolio. In addition, we have warrants and are actively searching for 2 other individuals in this case. Today's announcement would not be possible without the outstanding investigative work of our homicide detectives and with the assistance of the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office and the ATF. These individuals took extreme measures to try to cover their actions, but they were no match for our investigators. Isaiah Chance, Elisa.
So in other words, they thought that they covered all their corners and would make it hard for the police to find out who it was that's responsible for Julio Foolio's death. But they ass wasn't slick enough.
Andrews, Sean Gaithright, Davion Murphy, and Rashard Murphy.
It's damn near impossible to get away with anything nowadays. It's best to just live a square life, you know, with all of the cameras on all the street corners and all the businesses and everything. People got Ring door, everything. It's hard to get away. People got cell phones. It's hard to get away with anything. Drone footage, satellites, you name it. Google images and all this shit. It's hard to get away with something. So it's best to just not do it. You feel me? To be honest, just live a square life. Make your dollar. You ain't even really got a nickel and dime and sell drugs no more. You can do Uber Eats, DoorDash, Postmates. That's the same thing, because if you nickel and dime and selling weed or whatever you selling, pills or whatever, you might as well go ahead and do Uber Eats. You feel me? If you ain't got no car, get you a bike or something. Starting out, it's other ways is what I'm saying. You might as well not even do it.
Are all accused of playing a role in Jones's death and are all charged with 1 count of murder in the first degree, premeditated with the discharge of a firearm, and 1 count of conspiracy of murder in the first degree, premeditated with the discharge of a firearm. Chance, Andrews, and Gaithright were arrested over the weekend in Jacksonville. Davion Murphy and Rashard Murphy are still fugitives of justice, and we are working closely with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office and the U.S. Marshals to apprehend them. On June 23rd, Tampa police officers responded to a shooting on McKinley Drive and located 4 victims. 1 person, later identified as Charles Jones, was pronounced deceased. Jones was in town celebrating his birthday and posted on his social media his locations.
And just so y'all know, I know that the audio is coming off of one side. That's not my video. This their video.
several times throughout that night. Surveillance video was critical in this investigation, as suspects were seen on video following Jones from location to location.
What did I just say? It's damn near impossible to get away with all this damn footage that's everywhere, cameras everywhere.
This shows the lengths that these individuals were willing to go through and achieve that this murder would occur.
So that was on his coattail already.
At 4:15 in the morning, Jones began to head to a hotel on McKinley. One of the suspect vehicles is seen following the victim. However, instead of following them into a parking lot, they stage across the street. At 4:38,
Wow.
3 shooters exit a vehicle and walked in the direction of the hotel.
Hold on, let me back it up just a little bit. They was staking his ass out.
Jones began to head to a individual were willing to go through
Okay, let's
and
see.
achieve that this murder would occur. At 4:15 in the morning,
4:15.
Jones began to head to a hotel on McKinley. One of the suspect vehicles is seen following the victim. However, instead of following them into a parking lot, they stage across the street.
Okay.
At 4:38, 3 shooters exit a vehicle and walked in the direction of the hotel.
So roughly 20 or so minutes later,
They murdered Jones with a handgun and 2 rifles. This barrage of gunfire also struck 3 additional victims who miraculously survived this incident. Let's look at this video. This is at the hotel, and you can see the shooters are getting in position for their planned out murder.
that's crazy. Look at this good ass 4K, 10K footage. What the hell is wrong with these people, man? Ain't no way in the world I'm gonna sit here and try to take somebody's life at this point like that. You gonna have to be coming at me, and my life gonna have to be at stake for me to be doing anything like this. This crazy at this point. I don't understand. But again, I'm not in their life. So if they done something to your family member, I'm being devil's advocate. If they done something to your family member and they got away with it and they sitting here doing all this taunting and making money off of your dead relative, dissing them and all that type of stuff, or friend or whoever it is, somebody that you love, how does that feel? Would that drive you crazy enough to do something like that? That's if that's the case. Because that may not even be the case. This may be somebody who ain't got nothing to do with none of his ops. This could be just a jealous nigga, whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe y'all can enlighten me in the comment section. But check out this 4K footage, man. Let's back it up, bro. This shit like a movie. They got
This is
scenes
at
like
the
a
hotel.
movie. Angles.
And you can see the shooters are getting in position for their planned out murder. And they are shooting at Charles now, and you can see that he's the passenger in that car that's moving and trying to flee.
That's crazy.
And again, they're still shooting at him. He's the right front passenger in that vehicle.
Should have ran his ass over. That's crazy. Now, what if they had accidentally shot each other trying to shoot at him?
It's clear from that video what they were set out to do and what they had planned to do. The
That's
investigation would later reveal that the 3 armed shooters were Sean Gaithright, Rashard Murphy, and Davion Murphy. Detectives used footage from the scene, license plate readers, and phone logs to identify 2 vehicles and link them back to the suspects. Furthermore, it was found that the shooters are members.
So you did this in vehicles that's linked to your name. Wow. This
of or affiliated with rival gangs of Jones
Stupidity,
that go
man.
by ATK and 1200. Jones was part of the 6 Block gang. Detectives believe that the ATK and the 1200 worked together to target Jones as part of an ongoing feud.
is ATK. Is that who Young and Ace? This his crew?
Jones was part of the 6 Block gang. Of or affiliated with. The investigation would later reveal that the 3 armed shooters were Sean Gaithright, Rashard Murphy, and Davion Murphy. Detectives used footage from the scene, license plate readers, and phone logs to identify 2 vehicles and link them back to the suspects. Furthermore, it was found that the shooters are members of or affiliated with rival gangs of Jones that go by ATK and 1200. Jones was part of the 6 Block gang. Detectives believe that the ATK and the 1200 worked together to target Jones as part of an ongoing feud in Jacksonville. I want to send a clear message to anyone that the city of Tampa is not where you want to come to settle a dispute. You will be charged.
Yeah.
You will be arrested.
This gangster talk right here, he talking his shit. Yeah.
And you will be prosecuted to the fullest extent possible. Furthermore, if you're a gang...
In other words, don't bring this to my county or else you want these motherfucking work. Because this what you gonna get. Ain't no gangsters around here except me and mine. In this blue uniform, you understand me? And these badges. You feel me? So unless you want to test that gangster, don't bring you here to Tampa. That's what he said.
Remember, there's no alleged immunity through a cone of silence, as our detectives will find evidence needed to make an arrest and hold everyone accountable, just as we did in this case. Then, you will be prosecuted by our tenacious state attorney, Susie Lopez.
Tenacious, he said.
Today would not be possible without the assistance of our law enforcement partners in Jacksonville, who collaborated with us and shared intelligence that helped us in this case. Their agency also assisted with many search warrants, locating and arresting these dangerous individuals. At this time, I would like to invite Jacksonville Sheriff T.K. Waters, followed by State Attorney Susie Lopez.
Thanks, Chief. So good afternoon, I'm T.K. Waters, Sheriff of Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Thank you, Chief Burkhall, for inviting me to stand with you as we announce these murder arrests. Today, 3 dangerous criminals are off our Florida streets and in police custody where they belong.
That man got them stars up his shoulders.
These individuals have
Highly
chosen
ranked
lives of urban terrorism, and with their arrests, we show Tampa, Jacksonville, and the rest of Florida, the rest of this state, that we hold violent criminals accountable. At the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, we will always work together with our law enforcement partners to ensure that our communities are free of those who choose violence over peace. I want to applaud the investigators from Tampa PD and JSO for their committed collaborative work to bring violent criminals to justice. What I saw in this partnership evidenced the very best of information and resource pooling to ensure public safety.
This man wrote a badass speech. It's very well written. Listen to his words that he chose to use. The man is very equipped with words, man. I like it. He's very well equipped.
In closing, I want to directly speak to those who choose violence and those who embrace a culture that glorifies violence. Florida, Tampa, JSO, Jacksonville, Miami, wherever you are, will not tolerate foolishness.
Yeah.
Will not tolerate shootings and needless violence.
No, sir.
We will not make excuses for poor decisions. We'll hold you accountable for your criminal actions. Florida is a state of law and order. Law enforcement agencies in this state will always work together to protect the good and decent people who chose to live within the law. And we will always work together to ferret out those who choose the lives of violent crime. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff. The ongoing fight between these two groups spilled over into Tampa last month. Let me be clear, the feud stops here. All 5 of these defendants are facing life in the Florida State Prison, even the ones who didn't pull the trigger.
Woo! Somebody finna get they finna come up off of the info, man.
In Florida, if you participate in the planning of a murder, you can be held accountable for the person's death. And that is what we intend to do here. There were 3 people who pulled the trigger. You saw it on the video.
She don't play games.
5 people, though, are charged with murder. The level of planning and coordination.
I knew it. See, the lady, the girl, the woman, she wasn't in on the trigger pulling, but she plotted and planned. She probably set it up. She probably was the one who got the drop. Maybe she was going, maybe she was dealing with Julio Foolio sexually or something to that effect. I don't know. I'm just saying. She was very keen in this execution. She was a very beneficial, cooperative member of this.
Between these 5 defendants was truly alarming. It is clear that they all had one purpose in coming to Tampa, and that was to kill.
Oh, so yeah, they said they drove from Jacksonville to Tampa, so they must thought that they was gonna be able to get away with this shit because they are not in the area. That's what they thought, huh?
And let's not lose sight of the fact that there are innocent victims in every homicide case, the loved ones who are left behind. His fans knew him as Julio Foolio, but to his mom, he's Charles. We're fighting to make sure that she gets justice. I was able to speak with her this morning before she got to Tampa, and she's in Tampa with us today. I wanted to let her know that my office takes gun violence very seriously, and I let her know that these 5 defendants will be held accountable for their calculated actions. The defendants are in custody, 3 of them, in Jacksonville, and will be moved here to appear in court. My office will file a motion for pretrial detention to ensure that these dangerous individuals are held behind bars as they await trial, where they belong. I want to commend the Tampa Police Department for this investigation, as well as our collaboration with JSO. The TPD investigation developed a mountain of evidence.
We will
work hard to ensure that.
Now, the girl, I wonder what was her. I wonder what her role was, and also what. How could I say this? I wonder what they did to get her to play a part in this. Like, you know, did they hold her life at stake if she didn't participate? She seemed pretty calm and collected when she was arrested, so she seems as if she's used to this type of lifestyle. You feel me? Don't know. But if they held her against her will to play a part in this, she definitely gonna be yapping. And if they didn't hold her against her will, she's probably going to use that for her defense in order to save her own ass. Who knows? I was just wondering, you know, just thinking of, you know, how did they get her to play a part in it unless she's already about that life?
Justice is served for all victims in this case. Thank you very much.
I have some time for questions. It's extensive, and the state attorney spoke about it, how the mountain of evidence, this would not be possible if it wasn't for our hardworking detectives in getting evidence from videos, tag readers, and cell phones. This amount of work I have not seen before, and it would not be possible if it wasn't through our detectives and through us working collaboratively together with the JSO and the ATF and the U.S. Marshals.
I can't hear the questions. They should have had a mic out there in the audience for those people if they was going to have a Q&A.
So our investigation's still ongoing. And Sheriff, if you have any other details that you want to speak onto that?
So Young and Ace has long been known in Jacksonville.
Okay, so maybe she just asked something about Young. I'm gonna back it up just a little bit. I turned my headphones up. I'm not sure if y'all was able to hear it or not, but I wasn't able to. So let me see if I'm able to hear that.
If it wasn't for our and it would in the U.S. Marshals.
Okay, so she said something about the ATK is led by Young and Ace. She says, I'm curious if Young and Ace is under investigation. I couldn't make out everything.
So our investigation's still ongoing. And Sheriff, if you have any other details that you want to speak onto that?
So Young and Ace has long been known in Jacksonville. We are consistently monitoring those groups.
Why he kind of look like Young and Ace? Let me look. Let me see. Why does nigga look like Young and Ace, man? That's why he been long known in Jacksonville. Nigga, that's your nephew.
We have people that are always watching them. I won't speak to the chief's investigation. That's up to TPD. We don't have an investigation on him right now, but he can't move around in Jacksonville without us knowing about it.
We don't have an investigation on Young and Ace as of right now. Okay.
And that's for the betterment of our community.
We're pretty confident they already know, and to turn yourselves in so we can have this resolved peacefully. And of course, to anybody out there that knows where they're at, to let us know so we can get them in custody and hold them accountable.
Chief, we've seen gang violence here in the city of Tampa, and now they're coming from other cities. What's the department doing to combat?
Right now, look at what we're doing right now. We're bringing to justice 5 people in a murder in a case that is very difficult to make an arrest. It's us working collaboratively with the community, with Jacksonville, and if this doesn't make a statement, I don't know what does.
Second question, that area where it happened, around Busch Gardens, to a single incident justice alone, what are you guys going to do to ensure that students are safe and people visiting that area?
Absolutely. We have officers everywhere. There's particular places in there that we actually are holding accountable for businesses that are allowing this type of activity that we're actually bringing up to a public nuisance abatement. So we are attacking this on all fronts. Well, if you look at that, this is something that you would originally think you would see in a movie, but this isn't a movie. This is real life, and these are people's lives. I said it. And that's something that we can't forget is no matter who they are, these are people's lives that are at stake, whether they're innocent or not, and we can't lose sight of that.
Okay, who this little pretty brown teen right here? All right, well, there you have it. 3 suspects in custody, 2 at large. That is right there, man. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below if you vibed all the way up until this point. I really do appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Until next time, I'm SheldonVybez. I'm gonna need y'all to be cool like the other side of the pillow. Stay light on your toes like you're supposed. Oh yeah, no.
If you ain't fucking with my nigga Sheldon, nigga, fuck you. Yeah.
Oh God.